Hi. So, I'm back with another video because I'm back with another journey with myself. Right. So, this time I've got a good topic to talk about. We have all created something in our lives, and that is our own story, haven't you? Like, for example, you accomplished a victory over something people thought you wouldn't. So you have that story in your mind which you keep telling yourself day and night that yes, I did it, and that's my success story. And when you see like TEDx or Josh Talks or something, which Sandeep Maheshwari for that regard, you can see this guy standing here, climbing all the way through and coming here, right? You can see all of that, and we think to ourselves, yeah, ऐसे ही एक दिन मैं भी खड़ा हूँगा, and that's how I will show the world of where I lived and how I did what I did. And now you see I'm at such a place and I have every luxury of this world and whatever. So yeah, best of luck with that. But what I have to say in that regard is that this is life. This is life. This is not a story. And don't make that sin of converting your life into a story, because yeah, let me read my script for a minute. So yeah, because yeah, we've got two places in our lives where we like to write these scripts of our life, or perhaps the story of our lives. So these are: one, when you are at your lowest, and second, when you've got everything you want. So when you are at the lowest, you tell yourself that yeah, you see, that's how I lived, and like I used to travel 6 kilometers because I couldn't afford a rickshaw or something. So yeah, that's when you tell that, and then visualize in yourself that you have grown old and grown rich and whatever, and now you're telling it on the Josh Talks or on the Sandeep Maheshwari show or whatever, on the TEDx, right? So it's parallel realities. You are right now here in this very present moment while you are thinking of something that has never happened and would never happen if you keep thinking about it and don't do actions, right? So yeah, that time, and then there's another time when you've got everything you want. Like you were there once upon a time, like walking 6 kilometers because you couldn't afford a rickshaw, and now you have got 10 rickshaws, for example, and you can go everywhere you want by your own 10 rickshaws and 10 drivers of rickshaws, right? So what's the difference? Like you tell yourself this whole story in which there are two ends, and you think about this time, or perhaps the time when you had nothing. You didn't have fare to book a rickshaw. So then you think of this time as you being very poor or whatever, very unlucky, very such a bad state. But then in this very time when you didn't buy that rickshaw, perhaps somebody gave you a rose, Hannah. So is that time really that bad? Was that time really that bad? Because like you've got a rose, you've got a person who loved you, or perhaps still does, and you've got for example, you walk by the road and you find a 500 rupees note. Yeah, that rhymed. I just made it up. Yeah, but you found that. So are you really in such a bad place? You just found 500 rupees, my man. So yeah, it's not about the money, although it is, but like you found an instant happiness, an instant way of getting happy. So is that place really bad? And now when you're here, suppose you're again walking somewhere, perhaps, yeah. So like, do you think that यहाँ पर अब सब कुछ बढ़िया ही होगा? हो सकता है तुम्हारी चप्पल टूट जाए, and then you have to wait and get it repaired, कुछ भी हो सकता है, right? So हम ऐसे जब generalize कर देते हैं of ourselves in and our times and all this, it just makes our life very very monochromatic, right? Yeah, I've been learning new words recently. So yeah, that's life. It's not perfect. You perhaps cannot, because I'll try and remove the background noises, but it's raining right now. So I was thinking to myself right now when I was writing the script or perhaps my journal that oh shit, it's raining outside, and how am I supposed to create this video or record it? So yeah, I got my answer by my own. And yeah, so it's not perfect. There would be rains and sorrows and happiness, everything in every sphere of your life, so don't you have to worry about it. And you know, I used to watch anime, and I still do sometimes, and there's this thing in anime, or perhaps a term of anime, which is known as filler episodes, or perhaps wait, there's this thing known as arc. So there's an arc, career like academic comeback arc or whatever, right? So I used to define my life in these arcs because I was a weeb and an anime enthusiast. I used to do this, and which made my life very monochromatic. There was a time in my life 5 months ago, so when I was like entirely free of everything because my exams had just gotten over. So I termed that period as filler arc, basically like substitution of free time and like waste of time type arc. But I realized when that time finished and I'm here in the college that that wasn't supposed to be a filler arc, because I could have done many things in that arc. Perhaps start this YouTube channel back then, or start journaling back then, and then create such videos. So yeah, it's just that. And yeah, one more thing, we all love to have that grandfather lore, we all love to have that grandmother lore. I'd love to have grandfather lore, because I'd possibly turn into a grandfather only. But yeah, what I'm saying is, we love to do all this adventurous stuff for stories to tell our grandchildren or like our children or something. What we don't realize is, for example, my grandfather was in the Indian Air Force for 30 long years, and then he fought wars. He fought in Kargil, and he assisted the army in multiple wars. So did he do that to tell me stories of war when I was born, or he did that just to do it and because it was his job, and then now he has got multiple memories and now he could share them? Obviously it's the latter, right? So why do we do stuff just to tell it to our grandchildren? It's rather like, yeah, I get it where it's coming from, but still try to do it for your own self, varna it's like really incomplete. For example, you don't have your grandchildren, for example, you don't, and yeah, who are you going to tell this to, right? That's why journal it and tell them to yourself, but not in a story manner. That's just what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Journal, that's it. And have a great day, my friend.